Hi guys, and welcome once again to another Magic the Gathering deck tech video. I'm Daniel and this is my Nissa deck. So I was very lucky to put a Nissa in a box, however I accidentally messed up the recording, so there's no footage of that anymore. But there was, for about all of 10 minutes. So let's go through the deck. So we're starting off, we're going up the curve into lands at the back. So we're starting off with two Elvish Mystics. Very good 1-drops just for a bit of ramp. You should know what they do. 1/1 for 1, tap for 1 green. Got a nice shiny fog that prevents all combat damage this turn. So if I'm in a sticky situation, I can just fog and survive for an extra turn. Then we've got 3 Sylvan Carotids, hexproof defenders. Tap to add 1 mana of any colour to mana pool, which will help when I eventually get Garrux of the new set. Scavenging Ooze, I'm looking for more of these. I was lucky to get one the other day. So yeah, looking for more of them. Back to Nature and Plummet, so destroy all enchantment and destroy target creature with flying. Just a nice bit of removal depending on who I'm up against. Genesis Hydra, he's a 0/0 and 2 green, and he when you cast him, reveal top X cards of your library. You may put a non-land permanent with converted mana cost X or less from among them onto the battlefield, and then shuffle the rest into your library. So it works very well with like Nissas or anything really, anything big. If you can get over 6 mana. Well, I guess in this deck, if you can get anything over a 7 for the X, you can put pretty much anything that you'll get from the top of the library onto the battlefield. And that's in the 2-drops because it's minimum of 3, so I don't know why it's there really. Next we have 3 Hornet's Nest. So it's 3-drop 0/2 defender, and whenever it's dealt damage, you put that many 1/1 green Hornet tokens onto the battlefield with flying and death touch. Extremely ridiculous. If you have one of these out on the battlefield and your opponent's got a big creature and it's not indestructible and it's not flying, then they basically either can't attack or they have to attack and have something very good up their sleeve. So these are the Hornet tokens. They're very cool, but I need more. Next we've got Chord of Calling, so X and 3 convoke, search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost X or less and put it onto the battlefield and shuffle your library. So it works, again, it works very well with Hornet's Nest, so you can convoke the Hornets, and it's instant speed, so you can do it at the end of your turn, or end of your opponent's turn. A Bow of Nylea, attacking creatures control of Death Touch for 3, and for 1 and 1 green and tap, choose one, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Bow of Nylea deals 2 damage to target creature flying. You gain 3 life or put up 4 target cards from your graveyard onto the bottom of the library in any order. So, yeah, I use it for the life gain, and if I don't need to gain life, I'll just put a 1/1 counter on a creature. Next, we've got 2 Ysan's, the Wanderer Bard. Very crazy sort of play with so it's a 2/3 for 3 and 3 and tap, put a verse counter on him. Search your library for a creature card with a converted mana cost equal to the number of verse counters on him. Put them onto the battlefield, shuffle your library. So every turn, at the end of your turn, you're searching for a bigger and bigger and bigger creature. So it's just, it can get a bit crazy. Next we've got Garruk Wildspeaker. Now he isn't legal in Standard. However, this is probably one of the cards I'd substitute out for another Garruk. So for plus, he's a 4-drop, starts on 3, and for +1 you untap 2 lands. -1 you put 3/3 beast onto the battlefield, and for -4 creatures you control get +3/+3 and gain trample until end of turn. So either more mana, more creatures, or bigger creatures for the turn, so you can just go in and smack your enemies. Then we've got 3 Paragon of Eternal Wilds. Works extremely well with Hornets, making them 2/2 Death Touch flyers. And it's 4-drop 2/2 for 2. 4-drop 2/2, and for 1 and a tap you can give another creature trample, which is pretty cool. Then we've got Thrun the Last Troll. Again, not legal in Standard, but he's a bit beastie, so I don't see why you wouldn't want him in a deck. He's a 4/4 for 4. He can't be countered. He can't be a target spells or ability for your opponent's control. And for 2, you can regenerate him. So Once you've got this on the field, unless you're willing to sacrifice him, he won't die. Pelucanos, this is the alternate art dual deck one. So he's a 2 and 2 green 5/5, and for 2 X's and green, he has monstrosity for X. And when he becomes monstrous, he deals X damage provided you choose among any number of target creatures your opponents control. Each of those creatures deals damage equal to its power to him. So either amazing removal or a massive creature. So Arbor Colossus. So it's a 6/6 reach for 5, and for 6 you can monstrous him 3 times. He becomes a 9/9, and when he becomes monstrous, destroy target creature with flying and opponent controls. So pretty good. Then we've got 2 Nissas. As I say, one of these I pulled in a box, and one of them I went to a draft and I won the draft, but unluckily the person who came second actually got the Nissa, but then I basically force traded with him for a couple of other things. But yeah, so we've got 2 Nissas. So she starts on 5. No, she's 5 drop, starts on 3, sorry. And for +1, target land you control becomes a 4/4 elemental creature with trample. It's still a land. That's permanent. Then +1, untap up to 4 target forests. That's great. Search your library for any number of basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield, and then shuffle your library. Those lands become 4/4 elemental creatures with trample. They're still lands. Any number of basic land cards. Basic land. It's just insane. So the only one that really needs green is her second +1. So she's just ridiculous. You can see why she's 30 quid. And hopefully she'll just go up like Jason the Mindseeker. Then we've got 3 restocks, because I get really nervous about having Nissas or other good cards milled or destroyed. So we got 3 restocks just to bring them back when we need them. So pretty good cards. It's 5 drop and return 2 target cards from your graveyard to your hand. Then we got Colonian Twingrove. I mean, in a mono green deck, why not? His power and toughness are equal to the number of forests you control, and he's a 6 drop. When he enters the battlefield, you also get a token which is the exact same as him, which is ridiculous. Soul of Zendikar, 6/6 reach for 6, and for 5 you can put a 3/3 green beast onto the battlefield. Not bad at the end of the turn. And also this, Soul of New Phyrexia, 6/6 for 6, and a 5. He's got trample and 5 permanents you control, gain indestructibility until the end of the turn. So you can either make your permanents indestructible every turn, or you can get a 3/3 every turn. And if you have more mana, you can do both. So why not? They're a bit muddled up. Then we've got 3 Hornet Queens. So 7 drop, 2/2, flying death touch, and you get 4 Hornets with it, which is just insane. If you get a Hornet's Nest, then with 3 you probably will in a standard game, and you can either block something big or keep it alive for long enough to have this out. You've basically won the game. They can't attack you unless they get indestructible, and yeah, you've got flyers. So next, another non-legal card, Avenger of Zendikar. So he's a 7 drop 5/5, and when he enters the battlefield, put a 0/1 green plant creature token onto the battlefield for each land you control. And whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may put a 1/1 counter on each plant you control. So again, a bit ridiculous. My one's in very bad condition because I got this and 2 other mythics for a scry land. So I love it. I think it's brilliant, and he's got awesome art. Come on, focus. Okay, it's not going to focus. So next we've got the lands, and it's mainly just Nykthos. I've only got 1, and then 23 forests with a couple of foils and a couple of full arts. It took a lot of effort to get those 2 full art lands. I had to trade. I think I traded 4 pain lands for those 2 in the Garruk. So yeah, they're my special lands. So yeah, this is my main deck. I've not got a massive sideboard, but Sylvan Caryatid is one of the cards I substitute out when if I'm doing a standard game, and my actual sideboard is 2 plummets and 2 back to natures, just for a lot more removal. So if I'm against a very flying heavy deck, I'll use plummet. If I'm against a very enchantment heavy deck, I'll use back to nature. It's really simple. And I don't think I showed you, but it doesn't really matter, but that's my sleeve for the deck, so it makes no sense. And if you're talking about making no sense, this is the deck box. So nothing to do with forests, but hey, it's good enough. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next episode, where I'll probably bring you my white Avacyn deck. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.